Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Writers Mindscape.
Mindscape.
You do this every week. It's dumb.
Yep.
No matter how
I'm
you
gonna
try
make
to
it a thing.
No, you're not.
It's gonna be a thing.
No,
As
you're
long
not.
as we're doing these recording sessions, it will be a thing.
No. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about beliefs and violence versus peace.
Yes.
You may say, why those two things with beliefs? We'll talk about that.
Yes, we'll get to that.
So, last week we talked about customs and traditions.
Yes.
Which can fall into beliefs.
Yeah, it can show, your interaction with other countries.
Yep. Not just that, but it's also like some of your customs come from your beliefs.
Yeah.
Whereas also your beliefs can come from customs.
Exactly.
It's rare that latter one happens, but it
can happen.
It can.
Anything can happen.
Not in the WWE. A little dig there from another podcast. Anyway, so Adam.
Yes.
Define belief for us.
Belief is a closely held moral outlook on society and the world around you.
Okay, I like that. I think you actually said it better on we were walking in from the outside.
Yes.
To start recording this one. It's your worldview.
Yes.
I mean, it's.
I tried to say that in a fancy way.
I know. You're an idiot.
Whatever.
But I mean, you think about it this way: when you say worldview, that's actually made up a bunch of beliefs.
Oh yeah.
But certain areas are going to come up part of it. So think of it this way. Let's stress this first because
okay.
Belief is not your religious belief. It's one of your beliefs.
Yes.
There's more beliefs beyond just your religion. And people who,
don't limit your writing that way.
Yeah, don't, because there's a lot of people out there who are real people who, when you say, what do you believe in? And you answer something like that has something to do with religion, like, no, like, what God do you believe in? Or what religion are you a part of?
That's not the question that you asked me.
No. That is not. So, what are your beliefs on this? This comes down to the individual people in your society, in the culture
yes.
who live there, as well as the culture overall.
Right.
Have come together and said, these are what we believe in.
Yes.
Some societies, it will be, no, you believe this or you're out there.
Right. I mean, societies can definitely be like that. They can also be like, hey, man, believe whatever you want, bro. Just, we're cool.
Yeah. Again, that comes back to, we'll go down to like the traditions and customs that we talked about already.
Yes.
So for that, think of it some other ways you can think of beliefs. Where do you stand on men and women in a relationship, on marriage?
The equality is a belief as well.
Yes. Do you believe that men should rule, women should cook?
Matriarchal society.
How about reverse it?
Yeah, women rule, men take care of everything else.
Yeah. Children's spot. Should they be workforce, educated, cast out, and let the whole community take care of the children?
Exactly.
It really comes down to that where you are and what you want to do with your culture.
Got the hiccups?
Not yet. I hope not.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it really comes down to that. So, hey, Adam, do you have anything else you want to add on before we move on to the peace and violence part?
I mean, it's funny. Your worldview shapes your beliefs, and your beliefs also shape your worldview.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a never-ending cycle.
It's a very circular thought.
Yeah.
On that. Also, your experiences affect both.
Exactly.
For that. So, that's a good thing. So, let's move on to the actual peace and violence part, because that is probably going to, people are like, what?
How did we connect the two?
Think of this. Go ahead.
For me, it's, your beliefs also, do you believe in, that the individual is above society? If so, you'll probably have a slightly more violent outlook on violent belief system.
Yes.
Even if it's not physical violence, you're like, no, I cut people out in order to amass wealth because that way I can show that I'm better than the people that I'm cutting out.
Yep.
Or you could have, the opposite belief. Then it's like, no, I believe that I'm important because I help all of these people no matter what, and I keep so little for myself.
Yeah. The other thing is, a way to look at it, I look at it, is this, is you have so many beliefs and where you stand on them. You may have ones that necessarily don't match up, or you're more peaceful,
Right.
more violent. So it will come down to that. Your overall beliefs will determine how you act out in aggression
Yes.
in some ways. Think of it this way. It used to be acceptable in this country, in other countries as well, that if someone wronged you or insulted you, you could punch them.
Yes.
Or in the Wild West, shoot them.
Yes.
As long as they both got the chance,
Oh, you know, as long a duel is fair.
yes, then it was fine. That is no longer the acceptable practice.
No, yeah, we frown upon just killing people.
Yeah, but we frown upon like getting in fights and all that.
Right.
There's people in the country who's nope, you piss me off, I'm gonna fight you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
But then there's also people who will say the same thing. When they lose, they press charges because they can't beat them there. They will press charges to get that there,
Exactly.
get their revenge that way. So again, it still would fall on a more violent or more aggressive style. Whereas if say you're not aggressive, you're more reserved.
Why you gotta punch me, bro?
Yeah, it's like, okay, no, you punched me. I'm pressing charges because that's against the law.
Right.
That is assault.
It's like, dude,
I may have pissed you, done something to make you mad. It doesn't give you the right to hurt me.
yeah, you could just say something nasty right back to me.
Yeah, you can say something nasty back to me. Bring it to it. So again, where you fall on your beliefs and how you handle situations like that will happen.
Right.
What was another example of this I was going to think of?
I don't
Oh,
know.
if you have like a warrior-based society,
Yes.
if you believe, like you think, like, no, we are the best at fighting Spartans, you're gonna prove it when another challenge comes.
I mean, that can be also a society that bends the rules of being violent.
Yeah.
Like, they are actually a really, really peaceful group, but they train themselves in order to be able to, the way that they look at it is, you know, they could look at it and go, no, go to our house. It's extremely peaceful in our country, but we're hired to do the thing that we've trained ourselves to do.
Yes.
It's like, no, we're soldiers, but we don't have war at home.
Yeah.
We learn to not be warriors at home.
We're so good that we don't want to war with each other.
Yeah.
Because then everyone dies.
Yeah, it's not good for all of us. Now, you guys over there across the river.
Yeah. And then you could also have places of peace where it's just like, no, we don't need violence.
Yeah.
We found other ways to deal with this.
You're welcome here.
If you don't like the ways we are, well, just leave us alone.
Yeah.
We won't do anything because we know what we want, a.k.a. Switzerland.
Yes. It's like there's no need to fight us.
Yeah. We're neutral in everything.
We're cool. We're cool.
We're cool. Literally cool because we're,
Yeah, in the Alps.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got big mountains.
Yep. So we're cool. We're cool in multiple ways. So that's why we brought that down to beliefs, because where you stand on different things is going to determine on where you fall in peace. If you're a peaceful person, a violent person, or somewhere in between.
Right. Right.
It's less and less common to see the extremes.
No, it's better for a character, at character level,
Yeah.
to see a very much a mixture and just kind of one of those that it's like, okay, well, this person always says that they're peaceful.
Yep.
Well, but then there was this instance where they, had to fight somebody. It's like, well, yeah, but were they pushed to do that?
A good example of that would be Aang.
Ong? Oh, yes. From Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, the movie,
Yes.
not the show.
The
because
show.
The show is Aang.
Oh, whatever.
But Aang from yeah. Anyway, he's a very peaceful person. He knows how to fight
Oh, yeah.
and doesn't.
He doesn't like to.
but will only do so when he needs to.
Right. Because there's no need for it.
Yeah. And it's out of defense of himself or his friends or people who are being wrong.
Right.
So it all comes down to that. So it's a good example there. So it really comes, again, all down to beliefs and how you're raised as well. Because a lot of people, when you're younger, your beliefs come from your family as you're taught.
Yes.
Some people will say, oh, you're teaching me to do this, but you don't actually do that. I see you don't follow that, so therefore I'm not going to believe that.
Right.
They may hold it in because it's a stricter sentiment, but it comes down to that. And again, experiences is everything.
Yes.
Everything. We talked about that in the last one.
Yeah. Life experiences for your character and the people around your character are they shape everything.
Yes. So that's why we want to talk about that, because when you're dealing with races and their cultures, how they believe, what they believe as a collective, as individuals, will determine how they fall on everything else as well.
Right.
So, Adam, anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, great characters to look at for definitive beliefs, anyway, from comic books, would be Captain America.
Yes.
The Punisher, Frank
Oh,
Castle.
yeah.
Because he has a very strict belief system within, how he interacts.
Batman.
Batman gets gray a lot. And,
he does get gray, but he does have a hard stance on certain things.
Yeah. Superman is another good one.
Yep.
Like, these are characters that, you have the hard lines, and you then can see them and go, okay, well, how can I make my character emulate but have different lines?
Yes. And it's because of where they stand and believe on things.
Right.
And for that. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a great week. Give us a comment down below, letting us know what you thought about our conversation.
Yes.
You made it to the end of this podcast. Give us a thumbs up.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Ding.
Ring that bell.
Ding, ding.
And become one of us. Oh, no,
Support us.
No, I hate it. I told you last week, I hate it.
Okay. I don't have anything.
Oh, okay.
I have nothing new.
You got nothing new then?
No, not right now.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Well, that's what happens when we record back to back.
I know.
We'll have to work on that for the next one.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one, and we'll see you in the next podcast.